Questions 9 through 16, we're determining the equation of an absolute value function, meaning our answers will be in the form of y equals plus or minus a, absolute value of x minus h plus k. So starting off, we're given a graph of our function in number 9, so we need to go ahead and label the vertex at negative 2, 3, and find the slope, quote unquote, a value, finding it to be negative 1 over 1 or negative 1. Putting this together, we have the equation f of x or y equals negative 1 absolute value of x plus 2 plus 3. Question number 10, kind of the same idea, except we're not given the graph, it is described to us. So let's go ahead and graph the vertex and the other point. We see our vertex at negative 1, 3, and the other point is 0, 4. Now, if this is the vertex, can we see the V shape? We should, and what is the slope of that? Quote unquote, the A value. See it to be up 1 over 1 or 1. So putting this together, g of x equals 1 times the absolute value of x plus 1 plus 3. Okay, question number 11. Again, similar, but with lots of wording going on. We see that we have our vertex at 1, negative 2, and it says it's stretched by a factor of 2, meaning that our a value is equal to 2 here, but it's also reflected down, meaning that our a value is actually a equals negative 2, giving us a graph that looks something like this, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. Putting this all together, h of x equals negative 2 absolute value of x minus 1 plus 2. Once again, the key thing to note here in terms of writing the equations is our h values are once again listed as the opposite of what we see on the actual vertex coordinate point. That comes from our general equation again, where we took notes in topic 7, where h is the opposite of what we see in the equation. If it's negative, it actually goes to the right, and if it's positive, it actually goes to the left. Moving on to questions number 12 and 13. Using the graph that's shown as our parent function, y equals the absolute value of x, which functions will translate the parent functions vertically 3 units? Okay, well, vertically means up and down 3 units. Looking at our equation again, we note that the k value is responsible for any vertical shifting, plus or minus. So looking at our equation, then we're looking for k value of 3, giving us answer choices A and C. Another way for us to check this is to actually use Desmos and type each of these equations in and see which ones have been moved up. This technique will also help us if we were doing question 13 where we're worried about horizontally shifting, horizontally meaning side to side. Here we wanted to move it side to side 3 units. In this case, our h value moves us side to side. So looking at each of these problems, we're looking for where there is an h value of 3. Now, I specifically did not say right or left, so we're choosing any h value here. If I said move it right 3 or left 3, we'd be a little bit more specific. But in this case, we're just saying generically moving horizontally. That would give us options B and D. Questions number 14, 15, and 16 then. We're going to graph the function that's described here, translated left 2 units and down 5, giving us a vertex at negative 2, negative 5. Doesn't say anything about the a value, so we can assume it to be positive 1, so our graph's going to look something like this. Moving in each direction. True or false? The vertex of this statement is at negative 2, negative 5. That's true. The x-intercept of the translated statement is at negative 7, 0. Yes, we see that at negative 7, 0. We have a x-intercept. The y-intercept is at 0, 3. Well, here's the point in 0, 3. That is in fact false. The y-intercept, if this said 0, negative 3, we would in fact be true.